Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Farid and here is Artian Automotive. Today we've got the Kia Carnival in for full window tinting. For this job we will apply the 45% film to the two front doors and a much darker 5% limo tint on the rear door, rear quarter and the tailgate for added privacy and heat rejection. I'll walk you through for the full process from cutting, shrinking to installing the film for both inside and outside the glass by glass. Let's get into it. First step, we always start with a good clean. Before cutting the film, I'm cleaning the outside of the glass to remove any dust, dirt or oil. This ensures a clean surface for shrinking and gives us an accurate cut that fits perfectly. We need to make sure when we cut it, still we got enough film past the side. I'm cutting the film for left and right doors at the same time to save the time and ensure the consistency. The liner side of the film is facing outward, and when it's time to cut for the opposite side, I'll rotate the film box to reverse the direction. That way, the film lines up correctly on both sides of the car. I always leave the little extra material around the edge, especially near the rubber trims and seals. This makes sure the final install is full coverage with no gap. Now I'm starting to cut the film from the front doors. I follow the edge carefully, starting from the top and working my way down to the side. Keeping the blade steady and close to the glass, ensure a clean, accurate cut that will fit perfectly when we install. Now I'm moving on the rear sliding door. Start by cutting the trim bit of the extra film from the top. We only need a tiny tip of the blade from the cutter. That's all we need to clean control cut without scratching the glass. Once the side shape is cut, I gently squeegee the slip solution from under the film. This step is really important. It helps the film stick slightly and prevent it from sliding when we lower the glass for top cutting. Now I'm cutting the top edge for the front doors. I begin to roll the glasses slowly down as I cut. This helps me follow the curve and finish the cut cleanly along the top. Lowering the glass during the cut also makes sure the film fits perfectly once we shrink and install. So the top section is already cut and we got back of the film like this. It's not cut. And the front. We use a straight part of our squeegee as a guide of the cutting. After finishing the top and side cut, it's time to shape the corners. This part is done freehand. I use my squeegee as a guideline to help and make the clean, straight line that follow the corners perfectly. It takes a bit practice, but with the experience you will learn how to get the smooth, round cut that fit neatly into the edge without lifting or peeling later on. Taking a little extra time here makes a big difference in the final result. Now is rear door's turn. I'm following the same process as before, cutting the side first and then moving the glass down to cut along the top edge. Once the main cut are done, I move on to the shaving the corners. This time, instead of using the squeegee as the guide, I'm using the top edge of the glass itself to trim the shape of the corners. Now I'm moving on the small quarter glass on the front doors. For this part, I like to make a template using the liner from the used piece of the tint. It helps me to make the exact shape of the area that needs to tinting. I place the template over the clean off cut that carefully follows the line and the cut with the hand to the shape. This step needs very steady hand, experience and skill, and some patience, but gives the practice fit without wasting the material. Next, I'm cutting the film for the cargo section and a fixed rear glass. Place the film carefully, follow the black border line printed on the glass. It gives a clean edge and makes sure the tint sits neatly behind the dots for the factory look. Now I'm starting the shrinking process on the front door and the rear glass. First I seal one side of the film to anchor it in a place. Then I gently move the other side down a little bit to create a small finger. This helps control the shrink direction. Next, I seal the top edge and the opposite side. Doing it this way allows the film to stay centered while giving a room for the film to shrinking naturally and take the shape of the curved glass. This step is really important. It helps avoid the distortion, bubbling, or lifting after installation. I work with the even heat and slow passes to make sure the film shrink evenly and form perfectly to the window shape. Now I'll show you the quick time lapse of shrinking the left hand side from distance. You can see how the film gradually pulls into the shape of the glasses with the even heat. This helps avoid the finger and gives the nice clean shrink ready for install. Now it's time to work on the boot lid glass. I carefully place the film onto the glass with the liner side on top, making sure it's centered and sitting flat. Next, I trim the extra film around the edges, leaving just enough for full coverage but not too much overlap into the trims. This glass usually has more curve, so I work slowly with the even heat, starting from the corners and moving outward, top and bottom, to get the film to lay down smoothly. This step takes time, but it's a key to getting a wrinkle-free factory quality finish after installation. Now film is fully shrunk and it's time to cut the film match with the shape of the black area under the glass, but leave it just a bit extra around the edge. This helps ensure the full coverage and cleaner finish once we install. At this stage, film hold it into the shape so cutting is easier and more precise. In my opinion, the installation of the film is the fun part of the job. I start with the proper cleaning of inside the surface to make sure there is no more dust or contamination left. Then I spray the both glass and adhesive side of the film with the slip solution carefully laid in place and use the squeegee to push out the moisture, working from the center outward to clean and bubble-free finish. Now I'm getting the window ready for installation by removing the rubber mold from the door frame. This gives better access to bottom edge and help with the cleaner installation. Next, I give the glass a deep clean using a scotch pad to scrub off any hidden dirt, adhesive or oil. Then I follow up with the blade to remove anything stuck to the surface. I also make sure to clean inside the side window channels and rubber trim. This area often holds the dust and can cause the contaminate under the film. Then once everything spotless, I spray the slip solution positioning the film and start installation. Pressing it down from center outward with the squeegee for the tight, flawless finish. Then shave the top and heat with the heat gun to dry out the top edge. Then move the glass up, push the bottom half moisture out. Similar process for every single window. After all installation, put the rubber back, dry out the trim, and the job get done. For the rear sliding door, I need to go inside the car. I grab all the tools that I needed to hop inside. already finished the right side, and now I'll take you through the process of doing the left side. You will see everything in a time-lapse video film from the outside, so you can get a clear view of how it all comes together. That's all. Job is done. Everything comes together really nice. Thank you for watching this so far. If you enjoyed the video or found out it helpful, don't forget to give us a like and leave the comment. And hit that subscribe button for more videos. See you in next one.